GM everyone, and welcome back to the Decoded channel. Tonight we have look that style. I love that. It's cool. Like good branding, bro. I love it. Ash from Divine Dog, you know him. He knows you. He knows the channel. That's it. This channel is his home.
X.
How you doing, man?
Good, man. How's been your week?
Today was like an adventure. Because 1 hour, 2 hours before the show, I lost electricity because Malta is it's a cool island. Like island lifestyle is cool, but sometimes when everyone is putting the AC on, there is some electricity interruptions. So there is that like 15, 20 electricity cuts, and the last one lasted for 2 hours. But now it's 11 p.m. and I guess everyone's sleeping, so it's cool.
Yeah, we had a close call when nobody realizes that.
Yeah.
We were like, it's not going to turn back on by 30 minutes before the show.
We'll have to, so if I disappear, it's because I lost electricity. Yeah, we don't do delays here. I mean, maybe later, but not for the shows. Not tonight, at least.
Thanks.
Right, so, Brian, what about today? How are you?
Good. I mean, we are kind of, as you know, from everybody tuned into our DeFi Dogs, we're still kind of working through the process of the Roblox stuff, but we'll start to see some of our deposits returned by this Friday, if not the latest, next Friday. So some good news on our end. And I mean, the way that Solana DeFi has kind of been going towards now, I mean, I really couldn't ask for a better deal. The only thing is we're going to talk to get into some different things, but I'd wish that the DeFi volume that we're getting wouldn't be taken away from the NFT volume, the NFT space as much as it is right now. So I don't like to see that cannibalization a little bit. I like to see more fresh money coming into DeFi, but it's still awesome that it's getting eyes and it's getting some flowers nonetheless, and it's just kind of started from there.
So his DeFi money is like if DeFi is exit liquidity from NFT now, is that rotating?
That's what the statistics are saying right now. Look at the stats and analytics. It's literally like you see the DeFi TV on some of these protocols. It's like inverse with loan volume and NFT market volume. It's literally like these charts. It's actually kind of insane to see. We'll get into it.
But yeah, also like MQ, GM, Seal Slim, GM, and thank you for your YouTube fan subscription from this morning. That was cool. Yeah, this morning, yesterday, I forgot. And Mr. Rob, the true and only Mr. Rob. What's up? You guys doing well? Okay, so bro, take it away. What do you want to talk about? We don't have a guest because we don't need guests anymore. We like guest independence.
Yeah, we don't need a guest. We talked about having a DeFi Dogs Part 2 kind of, and a couple things. Nonetheless, that we will have guests next week. But
I'm joking.
Took advantage of some scheduling to have basically a DeFi Dogs Part 2 for you guys. It should
exactly. Yeah, because the last one was busy. So yeah. What's up, Khalif? Oh, Khalif, did you send back the money to Roblox or what? Like, did you find?
Still continuing that. Yeah.
Did you find an arrangement?
Mysterious inside job by Khalif.
Yeah.
They're still speculating on conspiracy. It's all good though. We'll come out eventually.
Yeah, exactly. We'll catch you. We know where you live. But yeah, bro. Okay, so yes, Solana DeFi space. Talk to me about the Solana DeFi space, man.
Yeah, so I mean, kind of just what I said to kind of finish off the introduction there. We've been seeing this truly inverse relationship between an NFT volume and DeFi TVL. So, you honestly wish I could but basically, let me actually pull this up, and we can leak the script. It's fine. we can leak the script. So I'm gonna share my screen, and I go into this, or let me.
Oh, that's my bad. I just tagged everyone on Decoders for the stream.
We close by. Okay.
So that,
All right.
and you want to share your screen? Okay, let me put your screen on the YouTube frame too. Where are we? Tack, 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 tack. Okay, share and screen share. Screen share. Okay. Solana DeFi, yeah, that's what's up, man. What's up, Daniel? Okay, give me 10 seconds. Yes, okay. Okay, so I have the document. Is that the document that you want to share? It's cool. Okay.
Yeah, is it up on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so we're seeing literally as of today, Solana TVL is at yearly highs, and so I actually even had
That's cool.
a pretty cool image that I have as well, which kind of sucks. Let me see if I can paste it into to show one thing. I'm gonna have to Gaiazo this real quick because I have it on DeFi Llama, but I didn't put it in the doc. What we see is that like the chart is actually looking alive for Solana TVL after the kind of big FTX drop that we see. So we see the kind of the effects of FTX within this and how it kind of completely crushed the ecosystem. But now we're actually starting to see some life and some higher highs and some higher lows within the chart as well. So we can see this now. Yeah. So that's when FTX happened. And then obviously we just kind of went on this downward trend of lower lows, lower highs. And then now we're actually starting to see some higher highs, right? We're seeing like there's this kind of resurgence here and then steadily back down, having more of these resurgences, and they're happening at a quicker frequency or a better frequency, right?
Okay, so on that screenshot, you see some hope because for me it's fucking flat, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's going to look extremely fat because of how we literally went 110.
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Right. So we went from 1B to 200, okay, like 250. Right
yeah,
now?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, when at the lowest, it went to, it's, I say, 1/5, right? And so now we're seeing slowly rising. Okay. It's over 330 million right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so do you think this where is this money coming from? Do you think it's retail or do you think it's like Solana investors that put money into DeFi and we will never fucking see that money again?
You're saying what took away from the FTX?
Yeah, like is that retail, like 80% retail, or is that like do you think it's like because Solana was backed up by VC from the Valley, right? Like a lot of like VC money and even like FTX money went into Solana to push the price up, right? I'm not saying shit right now.
Yeah, no. There was a lot of venture capital money that was propping up a lot of these protocols. Like for example, like one of the biggest ones that was within our ecosystem was Serum, right? Serum was a big was backed highly by FTX, and so that's why they kind of forked Serum to open book, right? And so a lot of that was seemed to happen as people kind of overreacted on this. So I say it's majority of I'd say retail that got out of this because of all the obvious panic that happened with one of the multiple black swan events that happened with us. But I think it was too soon to see a lot of that big money exit. Obviously, a lot of them are vested, right?
Yeah. So and plus, like, is the VC money is that going to inside like the TVL anyway into like Radium, or just like money from the company themselves, right? So
yeah, exactly.
Not sure that VC money is going into the fucking pool to farm like 10% APY on fucking Radium and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I highly doubt the VCs that are already taking on a lot of risk by investing in these protocols are leveraging their risk more and putting it on the protocol to
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Like, yeah, I put like 50 mil, but like, yeah, put 25 mil in that like Radium USDC pool, please.
Exactly. So, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of this is what you're seeing too, is that when a lot of that happened, I mean, to be honest, when FTX happened, a lot of people turned their back on Solana forever, right? A lot of the same people that were probably invested within that $1 billion USD TVL are people that talk about the most bearish topics about Solana that are kind of misconceptions at this point. That the biggest one that dropped this down was what we just talked about, is how FTX is propping up all these protocols in the entire DeFi ecosystem. Obviously, it took a lot of life away, but we're seeing now a resurgence of that life, even though it does look so flat, right? We're seeing a resurgence of DeFi within a bear market, which does not is uncommon, to say the least.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, yeah, like from like 200 to 250, that's 25%. So it's good.
Yeah, to 200 to the 350 is, we're almost at 2x from the bottom, which we still got a lot of ways to go. We can even 2x from here, and we're not back to that 1 billion, right?
Yeah.
But to keep all things fair, though, it's like I said, it's not all new money, right? The other parts of the ecosystem, especially NFTs, have taken a hit. And I actually took this from what Khalif posted earlier this week, was about this just massive drop. I actually used this bottom image in one of our newsletters from last week. But yeah, as we see at this little chart, this is a chart from Wolf Capital's app. You see these are all the loan protocols for NFTs, which normally have a lot more volume than this, right? Let me, if I zoom into it, it usually has 60K, right? Like, I'm pretty sure Sharky had a 60K volume day alone, or maybe that's even, I think they had a lot more than that. I want to say they even had an 80K volume alone back in June. So we're seeing like definitely a downward trend here. And I mean, this is as low as that because obviously that the day was not finished yet. But there's obviously traction that's an inverse relationship from what we see with the TVL that's been added on to these different protocols like MarginFi and Cypher, and even old protocols like Marinade. People are just starting to introduce themselves into that protocol, which has been around, since basically the bull run started, right, in 2021 fall. So
okay, so like on the new volume, like loan volume, so it's new loans created, or it's like new people entering the loans market?
So this is like new loans that are actually open, right? So people can make their loan offer, but if it's actually taken, that's what is the new loan volume. I'm fairly certain upon that. Anybody can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. Okay. And like, is that like weekdays? Like I don't see the days, but like I like people are doing loans on weekdays, 24.
Yeah, so these seems like every 3 days are what each of these tickers are.
24. Okay. I haven't no 24. Yeah, see, it's like beginning of the week. Yeah, they rotate their loan, and that's cool. And like, okay, so and like Citrus, like, did they have like some momentum first, and now it's slowing down again, or maybe the relationship, like the proportionality, is the same between June 27th and right now in terms of like volume, I guess. Like the percentage of volume, like the volume of like the shares of market from Citrus looks the same ish.
Yeah. I mean, I think because of the lower volume, right? People want to specify their loans even further. Something that I've even kind of been doing is my loaning and borrowing, since I've been doing both in this kind of unique type of market. I've been really trying to specify what I want to lend on and what I want to borrow from. And so, for example, if you use any type of lending aggregator, depending on what play you want, if you're borrowing money, obviously you might want, if it's a more long-term play, you're going to want to sort by number of days, right? But maybe if it's a very short-term loan, you're going to want to do obviously the shortest amount of days with the lowest amount of interest. Maybe you don't have very much interest, right? You don't have the capital to pay back interest, so you're looking at the lowest interest loans. How many days there's. So when there's less of this volume, people are probably going to be a little bit more picky, which would honestly be the inverse, right? But what I've kind of
Yeah.
seen is from my personal self is when it's kind of been like this, I don't want to just lend out lend out or borrow on any kind of random thing because of
Yeah.
how tightly the loan market and the actual NFT market itself are correlated. So I mean, you can get defaulted on really easily. Different type of things can happen within your NFT during that time that you may want to default on or you may not.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of unique aspects that right now I want to be more cautious in taking on the correct loans or lending on the correct loans that I
Yeah.
feel safest for me. So I think that's what we're
Yeah.
seeing there. Why
And
Citrus is kind of having this.
I need Sharky to go back to 23rd because I have like 4 loans at 19th that defaulted, and the guy is not getting back his fucking NFTs. So I need Sharks to go back to 20. And I have other loans on Sharks too that had 14s, 14.5 soul. Yeah, so right now it's cool, but yeah, I need Sharks to go back to 20.
Yeah, I actually saw those tweets from you. You were really at the beginning of your kind of lending journey. You were lending on all those asset dashes, and you're trying to get those people to default on those. That would have been a really nice price to accumulate some.
I'm just making the tweet, and then like it was like I had like 8 loans, and 4 when like the guy get back his NFT, so I didn't really understand what the fuck why. But 4 others, like it's underwater since 2 weeks now, and yeah, I need to So please, everyone, sweep the floor on Shake so I can take, I can close my position and take the NFTs and make like a half soul profit. Let's go.
Yeah, I wonder if there's any kind of feature like that because I know after a certain amount of time, because there's a set grace period for Sharky, like where you can still repay even if they haven't defaulted on you. But I'm 99% sure, like after that, it's defaulted no matter what.
Oh,
I wonder
shit.
if there's I wonder if there's
defaulted, but are they going to close like the position, or is that going to stay forever until I close?
I think it's going to stay forever until you close.
Yes. Okay. Cool. That's cool. That's cool. I'm not losing any money on loans, bro. I will wait 2 years for Sharkies to go back to 20 soul, just so I don't have loans underwater.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's because after a certain amount of time, they can't pay you back.
Yeah.
But it will still stay in there until you foreclose it, right? And then
No, exactly.
But what I'm saying is, I wish there was a feature like what you're saying, right? Where like you can be like, okay, I will give you extra time, like with no additional interest, but please pay me back, right? That's kind of a conversation. And I'm like, look, I know you want this NFT. Like I know like people default on things all the time that they don't want. I see those tweets all the time. People defaulting on something that they didn't want to originally, and then they're trying to track it down through different tweets, through exploring on the blockchain, like crawling through Salon FM or SoulScan, right?
Yeah.
And going through to Matrica, trying to find all that type of thing.
Ding, like a ding, please default.
Yeah, I wonder if you could like communicate with the lender and borrower, if there'd be kind of more relationship there that's kind of personalized.
No, that would be bullying, man. I would bully the guys to pay back his fucking loan.
Well, the thing, I've done that not done that specifically, but I've done that to where I've like reached out to the person, I've dinged them, I'm like, look, like especially when it comes to different boutique collections, like you see Hotheads or Enigmas, right? You really have to have that type of relationship because the market can fluctuate so quickly with those.
I mean, you play a game, right? So you play the game. You have to accept the rules when you click on like loan and shit. Like sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes you get caught, sometimes you get the win.
Yeah. But what we're seeing actually, and just since we're talking about the lending market right now, is that what we're seeing is this new kind of emerging private market that I've seen like originally. So to kind of walk through how I've looked at this is that, so Citrus obviously offers private loans, right?
Mm.
Famous Foxes things offer private loans, but some of these loans are absolutely ridiculous. Like they're like 10 SOL above the floor price, which like it's on a 50 SOL collection, so
Mm.
it's like 20% higher. I'm like, what's going on here? And so at first I
Yeah.
thought it was just boosting rewards, right? But what I've ended up seeing, and as I've kind of explored different communities and that are interested in this, is that there's actually like whale lenders within communities
Mm.
that almost on a trust basis and on a rarity basis, they give out these private loans to different people within the community, which makes it safer for both the lender and the
Yeah.
borrower. And so it's this private little market that these big time lenders
Yeah.
are not having to be bottlenecked by the regular lending market. They also have
Mm.
safer loans. And so a lot of these things is like they have lower default rates, they have higher interest rates because they can loan out more without being afraid of it. And so it's super interesting to see this kind
Yeah.
of private loan market that's going on. And I think it's really interesting because when you think about it, people don't want to lend their rares at floor price, right? I
Yeah.
mean, some people may not think that's even worth it. So people talk to different people and get a 30% markup from the floor on a loan.
Yeah.
So
No.
that's I'm seeing it more prevalent with kind of lower volumes overall because people want more of those customized
Yeah.
deals.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. It's like, yeah, it's kind of still tricky, right? Because the NFT market is like volatile as fuck, and then like getting exposure like on leverage. It's basically, yeah, opening an open position and leverage 500 when you started crypto like 2 weeks ago. It could be tricky really fast, but yeah, it's like, yeah, there's a game, play the game, or you don't play the game, but it's your decision, right? Like you own the click that you do on the app, and that's it.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. I mean,
okay,
it's
yeah.
what's so beautiful about this kind of emerging market with DeFi and obviously with things like really unique concepts like
Mm.
how we've seen with play the heist, right? That's been able to be sustainable. Right? I'll be the first one to say I was skeptical of play the heist originally. I've been through Cops game, right,
Mm.
and how that went, and that was supposed to be the wolf game of Solana. But the fact that I mean, obviously, it's super clean platform, super clean everything, and they were able to not only nail the tokenomics right, but kind of play into the Ponzi
Yeah.
right what it needs to be with how many forward steps they have ahead. So that's like something super interesting. And so it's like that's just one example, along with kind of the DeFi development that people
Yeah.
have opportunity and have more incentive to be a part of the NFT ecosystem because NFTs have been so big. So people have all these different opportunities to be within it. Because I'm gonna be honest, for a long time I was not. I didn't borrow on any of my
Yeah.
NFTs in 4 different DeFi positions. So I even as early as a month ago, I was tracking our community manager, Overlord Hippo. He kind of went through a like 30-day loan journey, or it might have been 14-day, excuse me, loan journey of how he loaned out his Blocksmith Labs and went and put it into different DeFi protocols to see if he could come out on top. And so it was like a daily thread with that. And so it was kind of cool to see that, but it wouldn't have been possible a year ago. And so kind of tracking that journey and see that he came out on top USD wise, I'm like, okay, obviously I'm not doing enough of what I should be with engaging to the ecosystem, even if I need to take on a little bit of risk. So I say all that to say that even though the lending market is down, there's more reasons to use it now more than ever, besides just going to take a loan out on a mint, right? That was kind of the first use case of taking loans.
I mean, yeah, but like people are getting more sophisticated by the day, and yeah, like it's like, if you don't play it, then if you don't understand it, at least understand that you're missing something, and you get played by again more sophisticated players than you, and you miss a lot of money. You leave a lot of money on the table too. Okay, Khalif, so I think some is DeFi users are coming too to farm MarginFi and Cypher. Are they moving? Like, if these people are not really Solana friend, I don't know.
Yeah, it's an interesting point because I have seen on Twitter and people that mention it, like bigger influencer types that are talking about the rise of MarginFi. I see underneath comments of ETH people like, what's the safest way to bridge, and safest and cheapest way to bridge ETH to Solana. But I don't think yet it is as much as I thought. Even I thought that was going to be even a few days, because even things happen so fast, right? Five days ago, I started seeing tweets like that. I'm like, okay, by this show, by our DeFi Decoded, like we're gonna have so much to talk about because of all the movement.
Yeah.
But that's not really been happening, right? Majority of the volume, as what it appears like on paper, is coming from within our own ecosystem, specifically the Solana and NFT side. But it's something that's extremely promising, and something that I think, because ETH, even people on ETH say this, that ETH tends to lag behind Solana because of obviously the encumbrance that ETH has. So the fact that ETH does kind of lag behind a little bit, I think some people don't realize what's going on right now, or just quite frankly don't take it seriously enough yet, right? So we may see like these laggers, adopters come in and try to capitalize on the airdrop, because if for anybody who thinks it's worth it and that MarginFi is going to be around for a long time, just how we've seen with Marinade's token, obviously they did a much different system. But if you were an early liquidity miner for Marinade, you'd be up massively at the top of the bull. But even more if you kind of still just yield farmed more MND token, Marinade token, at that time, because it's even had a resurgence the past few months as well. So early adopters there are being extremely rewarded, just how people can possibly be rewarded there. I don't even think many people who are within the MarginFi's protocol to try to get this airdrop even know that. Some people might just be doing it just flip it on the IPO price or ICO price. So it's so that we might get some of those type of people later on, because a lot, like you just mentioned, a lot of these people, they were even retailers when FTX happened, they pulled everything out, don't trust Solana DeFi yet right now. So
I mean, we will see once Solana is back to 50, $100 a soul, and then then we'll talk. Then we will talk again. Solana is really close to reach the same TVL rank as Chronos on DeFi rank. It would be great to finally overcome the 400 million of TVL. But we can still build some cool shit, right? While we are low and no one is looking at Solana, or from afar, right? That we have time.
Yeah, and that's exactly a tweet that I made last week, right? I was like, everybody's getting interested in Solana DeFi right now because the big thing is points, right? Even in NFT projects, big thing is points. I mean, I'd credit DGods for kind of making it so popular, right? And everybody's speculating so hard on points right now. I think that might have been a little bit of incentive why some of these protocols were like, look, we need to do some of the things that NFT projects have done to garner hype, and there's these points coming. Obviously, it's naturally connected to have these points with a token from the protocol itself. So obviously, the point system has been around for DeFi protocols for extremely long time. I'm saying just DeGod's kind of hype around points might have helped it garner at least more attention. I'm not saying that it's kind of the same idea. They're taking that idea. But yeah, I made a tweet saying that the protocols that we're seeing right now at the current stage, the current scene of DeFi right now, is not going to be the ones that make you rich, right? There's a lot of developers that are on the sideline. There's a lot of teams that are waiting to deploy something on existing protocols. There's a lot of developments being had behind the scenes, and the more kind of it picks up, and the more that we have been able to get our message around, the more I've been lucky enough to talk to more and more DeFi protocols that want to be connected and that want to be in front of people. To be honest with you, some don't. Some like to be in their way, and I don't blame them, because they've been able to earn so much revenue off of just doing what they do or having their own ideas. But the protocols right now that are trying to be engaging on Twitter, know where the places of growth are, know who to connect with. I think they're going to be the ones that are having the most growth, like you see with MarginFi and their CEO And their core team is kind of pushing a lot out on Twitter. Camino, huge fan of Camino. They're their 2.0 private beta that just came out today, and I'm thankful to be one of the testers there. But that's kind of two examples of protocols that have been on the rise. Camino earlier and steadier, if that's a word. But the fact that there's these protocols that are being connected, they're going to be the ones that develop, and even the ones we haven't even heard about, even the ones I haven't heard about, or anybody have heard about, quite frankly, those are going to probably be the ones that are going to come out with something really special that give a lot of people the reason to be like, okay, this is completely unique, and have that kind of start the real snowball, right? We kind of see just the accumulation right now, but a real snowball is going to be one of those big catalysts.
And I think we need like some microeconomy, like breathing, and like even from the whole market in general to see crypto pumping again. Like there is no point of like going to the moon right now when the whole world is going to crap anyway. It's not sustainable, I think. I think. And by the way, Khalid, drop your thread about lending if that can help other people. That would be cool. And Vince, you liked the video we made about liquidity provision using Forge as an example. What do you think of this type of video and content? It works. Yeah, like so again, like Ash, like the number of views that you made from the video, that was like pretty cool. Like it's around 3K, right? Or even more now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Obviously, with Alex from BSL, it's helped it out a whole bunch. But I want to touch on some quickly. Yeah, Khalid makes these weekly NFT and lending threads, and he makes them every single week, and it's like massive threads with all these dumb analytics, like super in depth. And so that's honestly, when I want to be caught up the quickest way possible, I look through his threads. So I definitely I recommend it to you, Vince, since we've talked about lending recently, and how you're kind of getting more and more into that side. I think that would be super helpful for you. Yeah, he's doing all this in-depth stuff, and it's legit when people are trying to poach him off of Divine Dogs. That's what I'm dealing with right now. Yeah, trying to keep Khalid around because he's my guy.
So Khalid, are you asking for a raise, or like how do you manage that?
Yeah, I've honestly, to be transparent, yeah, Khalid has had a couple of raises because of all the stuff that he's done for us. So
but, so you get paid enough, Khalid. Let's go. And there is a problem. There's a problem. I didn't follow Khalid before the last 10 seconds, so that's why.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm glad I got that sorted. Yes. But yeah, going to the video you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, Vince, you were there right beside me the entire way when I was kind of making that video, and you're giving me some editing tips and everything like that. But that was kind of, like I said, the first video I've edited and first animation I've done in years, right? 4 years at least.
Honestly, it's dope. Yeah, it's dope. You just need to find a way to streamline this production time. But other than that, like it's could be cool. If you push it on Twitter, you should go into the landscape, like Twitter format, maybe for the video. I don't know if it's like mobile friendly, but yeah, kind of. I don't know about my shorts, right? Because I push my shorts from YouTube to Twitter, but I think like the video of like Twitter content creators, like for example, like Tyler or Cloud, they're pushing like a 6:9 video, right? 16:9. Half French.
Yeah, I definitely didn't export it to where it'd be optimal for Twitter. But like we've even talked about before, like we're kind of trying to expand all this landscape, so getting that out. But yeah, I mean, I think those type of videos, yeah, it takes a while to produce, and you have to kind of put some production effort into. But that was kind of really the test, like we've talked about.
Yeah, that's dope.
To get people to understand those concepts without really either having these type of conversations where you don't have visuals and you have to kind of just say off the top of your head and break down these different examples that you hope people visualize correctly, to something really, really simple. And so it was really cool to see that people are like, I didn't think I didn't understand this that quick. please make more of these. So that was like, I mean, like we've had this conversation before,
Yeah.
but that was
No, stop. But yeah, the thing is with DeFi is like it's a shit ton of numbers and stuff like that, and like there is a lot of stuff to talk about. It's not easy to understand DeFi on Twitter Space, like on YouTube. Like we can share screen and shit like that. But like with visualizing the video and like see the graphic and stuff, then you can even replay it, right? To understand exactly what happened, and you can like slow it down half of the speed, so you make sure you understand everything.
Yeah, and to tie that together with the topic of our show today, I'm going to be super interested to see, because I talking with other people as I was showing them and kind of getting feedback from that, is that we're not the only people that are trying to, or and other protocols that are trying to get people, and incentivize people to make these type of short form, easily digestible content for their advanced and complex protocols. And so it's going to be really interesting to see what ends up catching attention, because if one of those videos kind of just pops off, right, and it gets thousands of likes, that can transform into millions of dollars TVL onto a protocol really easily. Because even the people who don't like it, they might not want to like it because they don't want people knowing that that's where their money is going to be going, right? So but even kind of, if you get 1,000 likes, that's going to be at least 10,000 views, if not much more, right? So that will be interesting to see where gets the most attention there, because that's where attention can dominate and people can easily understand what's going on within that protocol and they feel comfortable putting their money there. That's going to be a spot to be at, because obviously volume is going to be up on that specific place.
And you can have a mix between like guided thread and like the first tweet is the short, and then you have details about like everything you talk about in the thread, and then you have both content and stuff like that. Or even like merge both, like you push a thread and then you push a short and then you merge two. So you have like 3 threads instead of like one.
Yeah, exactly. You can make this 2 to 3 minute video, but you can break it down into a thread where it has like 10-20 second sections, and then that has the written content with that. I think
take the script. You take the script, you write the thread. That's cool.
And there's going to be a lot more. I mean, obviously me and you are extremely bullish on video content, right? And we know that that's kind of what's been pushing. I mean, when people see it on Twitter too, is that a lot of these influencer types are now creating videos all the time on different new stuff, whether it's just them kind of bullshitting around, right? Whether it's whatever, people are making more videos because it seems to have that. And now with the incentivization that Elon Musk has made towards that as well, that just adds fuel to the flame.
I'm curious if it's going to increase the quality of Twitter, or is that just going to be a fucking yum 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 ice cream of the tweet, right?
Yeah, that could be a whole show within itself.
Yeah, bro, I sound like a boomer, but like, is that fucking content creation? Is that fucking content that you want to see on TikTok or Twitter or shit? Like, yeah, I get it. Like, okay, she's cute. It's funny. It's funny 10 seconds. Like 10 seconds, and then you're becoming dumber than you came from. Like, like, is that content? Is that the content that we deserve?
Yeah, I don't think it's the content that we deserve, but if we really want to go deep about it, I think the same appeal to why people donate and tune in to those to watch can be related to the same appeal that it is by buying an NFT and posting it and getting people to say something about your name, or someone big like a Frank, and that type of idol figure to
100%.
In that general.
100%. It's like like the guys who's donating like to like Pinky Door like ice cream. Oh, I'm so good. Yes, that's to have is fucking 2 seconds of fame. 100%. That's streamers like you interact with the chat someone is making a donation, you say, hey, Edimar, thank you so much for your donation. And Edimar is happy for the next 5 seconds, right? Right, Edimar? Are you in the chat? Are you in the chat? Give me your money. It's the same mechanism. I understand that. But like the way I see that is like, okay, content. I have a hard time believing that it's gonna be long-term business. I don't know. That shit can also last years. Like she can do that for years. But I don't know. I'm getting old, man.
I would say it's less, and obviously this is we're getting kind of a little bit off topic, but I'd say it's less
It's
from
content,
my
man. It's content.
yeah, exactly. I'd say it's less from like a content
Mm.
side, and it's more of that, especially with that video specifically. It's more on the exclusive content side. Like I
Yeah.
would say almost comparing it to like the exclusive content deal. Like you can even say like OnlyFans, right? Like people are donating just to get that short-term attention, just to get that kind of short dopamine hit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're buying a Decode because you want to be part of like the Franks family and feeling special because it's a 15,000 buy, so maybe there is more than that, but it's part of it, like for sure. It's part of the game. But it's like as Morant, like like the woman who is like she take the name of like the donators and she's in the vast hot tub, like a hot tub on Twitch. Do you know this section? Like she's in like
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So she's like in a swimming pool in their like living room or whatever, and she's writing the name of like the donators. Bro, like she was making like 1 million a month, even more than that, 12 million. Oh, I forgot way too much money for the kind of content that it is. Is it? Yeah, it's a business, of course. Like it's adult content. Like it's at the limit of adult content shit. But
yeah. So what comes out of all of that? How can DeFi protocols replicate the same thing onto their protocols?
Bro, okay.
How can they translate that into TVL onto their protocol?
Bro, tomorrow, buy a pool, like a small like hair pool shit, and like a swimming suit, and then you write the name of like everyone who's donating into the like the views pool, the views soul pools, and let's go. We can start a trend like that.
It's actually funny that you say that because now that this is a segue. It's not all the way there, but it's funny that you say that because thinking about it now, like Lily, when they had their kind of professionally done like a production video for their validator and staking within their validator, they hired an attractive woman and had that this sex appeal, right?
Yeah.
To staking Solana on a validator. True. And it absolutely like it blew up. It had a great. Obviously, it was very professionally done.
Yes.
But it was I mean that's
Mark also produced the video.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah. But it's kind of different from my perspective because again, like so you have that like you hire like a woman to be like explain something in a professional and relevant way and a bit sexy. That's cool, fair enough. That's cool, but like the ice cream so good, blah blah blah. Like that's the level 0 of, from my perspective again, of like content creation shit. But she's making 4K an hour.
Yeah, that's going way down the path of degeneracy and a dark path that nobody hopes that we get there. But I'd say it goes like that's like the base level we're talking about with Lily, and then if you really want to go to the 9 layers of hell down there, the ice cream yummy is at least layer 8.
Yeah, but what if some people join crypto because they watch the crypto version of Pinky Doll. Is that like, a bad evil for a good meaning? I have no idea how to say that in English, but you get the idea.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think we've already seen it with different type of crypto scams, like promoting type thing. But I know what you were going there. Like genuinely, people producing that content that genuinely want to like develop a protocol or within a team that wants to do something legitimate within the space. I think it's always going to lead first and always be last to have like the scammy effects because it's so quick, so there. People just care about that short attention and being involved in whatever that person is involved in, and so that's kind of where I see it, is that's going to happen, but in a shady type of way always.
Yeah, it's like, do you think like people who enter crypto with like Dogecoin are going to buy BTC 365 days because they learn some shit from Dogecoin? Is that? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It's a deep question. These are deep questions that have came.
Yes, exactly.
Came from our topic today.
Yeah. Vince is hiring a beautiful woman to make a video using Decoded merch. Bro, that's what I've done with Ash. Pre-merch. And now he's chilling the merch on stream. It's perfect. My plan worked.
No, man, I don't think I'm doing the best job, man. I need to get that swimming pool you're talking about. Then
you're perfect, bro. Don't change a thing. Perfect.
Thank you, man.
What's up, Nepa? What's up, Levi? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining us on the Twitter space. That's cool. And if you want to see our pretty face with sunglasses, you can also join the. Oh, she left. Okay, kind of. At least Levi stayed. Okay. So no more shout outs. No more shout out to people. When OnlyFans? That's for you, Ash.
Yeah, that's not for me, man. You are meant. They want to see you in the swim pool.
Seal Slim. I mean, okay, you're a YouTube fan already. Okay, maybe we can talk. You have an exclusive channel. You have an exclusive channel now, so yeah, okay. Are you ready for Trivia Day? What? Trivia Day? What is it?
Oh yeah, the Trivia Terrier. Remember the degen friendly platform that we developed for people to enter in with the entry fee, and the top competitors split this pool of Solana with each other.
Oh wait, am I frozen? Oh shit. I think OBS crashed. OBS crashed. Fuck. I lost the stream. Frozen. Yes. Okay.
But I think we're still good on.
Yes. I will restart OBS. Yeah. It's just OBS. Yes. Are we back? I think we're back. Are we back? Please tell me we're back. We're back.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. Yes, okay, that's cool. Fair enough. I will have to pause on my recording. Like OBS crashed because I opened a tab on Brave. Kind of. I will not do that. I will not touch shit.
Interesting.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So yeah, what we were talking about, OnlyFans. Okay, so cool. Trivia Taille. Yes, okay. Why do I need to be ready for? When is it?
Yeah, so it's honestly it's privately live right now. We're doing testing. We're making sure that all the hosting is correct, and then I'm kind of scheming on when the first time we want to do our first closed event. But basically, what it is it's a Kahoot type style trivia game, but where people can enter in with an entry fee, and the top competitors split. So 1 through 3 split. Obviously, first place getting the most pot, but being able to 30, 40x your entry fee into this by simply just reading our free weekly newsletter. That's what all the questions are going to be based upon. You don't need any previous knowledge. So it's a pretty, I wouldn't even say it's degen, because you control your own destiny by just reading a 3-minute article and then kind of just competing your ass off, see how fast that you can answer the question correctly, and you can get
nice
up to 30-40x your entry fee every single week. So
cool. Can you send me the question before?
Sorry?
Can you send me the question in DMs? And then I can play.
I got you. That we
Let's
get
go.
thread. And as we're unrolling we're going through our unraveling of quintessence, which is this phase 2 of Divine Dogs. So each day we're going through a different phase and the different details of each phase. So it's
that's cool.
We're going through that, and that will eventually have a multiple days dedicated to Trivia Terrier. But we have a thread. We have a rough draft thread, but we've already made before. So
nice. It's not luck. You just need to be smart. Okay, should be all right then.
Exactly. No gambling. It's not gambling if you're smart.
Yeah.
If you can read.
you win the gambling of life.
Exactly. But that's true. You take risk everything you do in life. But to knock out some of these kind of core topics I want to before we hit the top of the hour.
You're asking a lot, Ash. Yeah. It's crypto, man. Like the audience from smart people, it's less people.
True. That's why we're trying to make it as seamless as possible.
Yeah.
Even, have as much rewards as the top games, Solana. Like, you see it. I wanted to say heist, but these different kind of gambling where you can gamble your life away and kind of just pray to God that you hit something, right? We have rewards that are hitting the jackpot for that, but you can actually control your own destiny. We're trying to make it as smooth as possible and have that type of feel without hating your life after.
Yes, for people to be able to read, see that expectation talk to just yeah, but that's okay. We're elevating the Solana ecosystem, so that's why you are doing that, to make the world a better place.
Exactly, man. Well,
so what kind of topic do you want to jump before we have another tangent and we go for episode 3?
I just kind of wanted to wrap everything together into a few key concepts of what I want people to take away from today. So I think the number one thing for people who actually are genuinely interested into Solana DeFi and want to make some real gains that you kind of fiend for after you've seen different people in NFTs and kind of early DeFi days, that you have to stay on top of new developments and things that are going around Solana DeFi. And I think it's extremely difficult because we are in Solana and not very many people care about DeFi or have cared about it long enough for you to trust them. A lot of people, obviously, the smartest thing for business to do is follow the money, right? And NFTs have been where the money is for the longest time. But there's people around the space, and hopefully we're trying to garner all of them within Divine Dogs that have been around DeFi for a long time and have loved DeFi for a long time. So I'd say find those people. Obviously, I'm biased. I think the easiest way to start is Divine Dogs to get your kind of basis of staying ahead of things in Solana DeFi, especially with Khalid posting his DeFi updates every single day. Literally every single day in our DeFi chat, Khalid is posting something else, and he's DMing me, and we're having discussions about it every single day there. So having that, knowing where the developments are and who you can trust with the developments that aren't chilling just pure education of what and news reporting what's going on within the ecosystem is the number one thing to just even want to give yourself a chance to have that before you kind of just get shilled some different things. But the second thing is I think you want to look for also an innovation as well. There's a lot of people that will start to develop things within the DeFi ecosystem now that it's being popular. And so what that's going to lead to is quite frankly a lot of BS that we kind of saw in the early Ethereum days when they were kind of popping off. A lot of extremely Ponzi-nomic different things that aren't really solving any problems. So you want to look for different things that are solutions to problems. The number one thing that I've seen most recently that have been solution to problem, to give you an example, is the super stake Sol with that Drift came out with, right? We talked about it a couple weeks ago, but basically you can get now 16% APY on your MSOL by leveraging up your MSOL and staking it within it. It's a process of lending and borrowing continuously over and over again to have leverage upon the peg of MSOL to SOL, which people used to do all the time, but now they've made a roll up for that to make it a one-click solution for that. So it's already something that solved the problem that's been typically used for a long time. That is a fairly low risk solution to having attractive APY on single-sided staking. So that's something that's extremely innovative, solved a problem, and they've reached max capacity multiple times over. So being able to stay ahead of things and being able to see that, okay, when this product releases, this is solving a problem. And then obviously being interactive within that ecosystem, make sure you have your spot secured. But and then obviously warning about the risks of DeFi protocols. I mean, we talked about that last Friday, right? Even, I talk about DeFi all the time. I talk about the risks associated. We talk about it all the time. This is literally what I do every single day. And I was, first time ever, thought I was invincible. Got exposed to protocol and smart contract risk with the protocol that we were early investors for. And so luckily I'm working with a really great team that's committed to getting back our deposits. But for most people, it's not that case, right? These protocols go insolvent and you never see your funds again. So knowing that there is risks to that, to not go all in on one protocol, especially if it's new, but to make sure at the minimum, if you do want to go hard on a protocol, that it is audited, it is backed by a team and people that you can trust. And even the most important thing, if things do go south, that this kind of connects with too, that that there's a team and people behind it you can trust to do the most they can to get your funds back. But besides that, obviously the most important thing is number one, by make sure you do your developments, stay on top of developments. Obviously with the Twitter and doing your own due diligence. Obviously, the best resource I think that is on Solana, and that I think that we've solidified ourselves as the best DeFi resource hub on Solana is Divine Dogs for staying on top of Solana DeFi. So from there, obviously you can branch out, or even if you find your own resource outside. My truly only mission is for people to see their goals through the endless possibilities that Solana DeFi has. So if you're really interested, if you stayed this long, obviously you care about Solana DeFi, and so I wanted to make sure that we talk about this and make sure you guys have the correct kind of mindset going into this new wave for Solana DeFi and the ecosystem. Really can people have truly amazing opportunities here in the next few months to next year to set themselves up greatly into different game-changing protocols.
That's dope, man. Bro, we should do a show about how do you do your own research about the protocol or a team. Be a good one.
That's actually an amazing one. I think that's one that we definitely have to get Khalib on it as well. Khalib is our head researcher. He does more research than anybody I know in Solana DeFi.
That's cool.
I know he's told me personally before that he's not so sure if he'd ever want to come up, but I think I'm gonna have to try to.
We can put him on space anyway. He's here. He's in listener. He just need to request, and then we chit chat with him. And then if he doesn't want to show his pretty face, at least he can speak.
That's the thing. I wasn't even sure if he wanted to speak or not. I even offered for that.
I want to speak. We're gonna make him speak.
That message hasn't popped up for me. Oh,
What's up?
Oh no. Remember, he can't dox himself after what happened with Roblox. Remember?
True. I didn't want to do the joke, but if you did, that's. I mean, we already have his papers anyway, and like Interpol knows where he's living and shit, so we're good.
No, but but
Yeah.
really, that is a great idea to show people like, okay, this is how you do research. It's the analytics that you look for, and where to find said analytics for a protocol. But yeah.
What, are we frozen again? No. It's
Oh no.
I don't think so. No, it's not
We're so
frozen.
good on spaces.
Yeah. And no, it's cool. Okay, cool. What's frozen? Frozen? I think it's fine. I mean, anyway, I think we can wrap it up. Frozen. What the fuck? Not frozen. Fuck. No, we're moving. Hello. It's okay now.
No sound, no video.
Shit. I don't have drops. What the fuck? It's okay now. Yeah, I can see everything. That just it's working for me.
Nice.
Okay. Anyway, I think whatever. We have done 1 hour, so it should be fine.
Yeah.
And we are back. Okay, cool. So bye. Yeah, should we can wrap it up, right? And
Yeah,
come
yeah,
again. What the
we-
fuck? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, we went over the cliff notes. Like I said, but appreciate everybody for tuning in.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Next space or next show, will either be with the guests that I'm expecting,
Okay.
or what
Maybe. Okay.
yeah, or with Vince or with Khalid, exactly. So when that comes,
That's
comes.
cool.
Appreciate you
That's
guys.
cool.
That's all I
Cool.
got.
Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel. I don't know if you can see us anyway. So if you can see us, subscribe to the channel. Follow Ash on Divine Dogs. Follow Divine Dogs on Twitter Space. You know the whole drill. And claim your views. Bye. And we have a show in 4 hours. Bye-bye.
See you guys.